All right, time for some more Battle Aces. We have David Kim going up against Stefan here once again. Let's see what units are going to be utilized. Wasps here on the side of David Kim. Looks like he has, well, a pretty good mixture of units there. A couple of them that I haven't really seen as of yet. Up on that top row in the Foundry, actually. Haven't gotten to play with a couple of those, but definitely know about the Stinger, the Dragonfly down there at the bottom, the Valkyrie. So if he does go towards that Starforge, I'm definitely going to know a bit more than what those top units are. Now, the Wasps coming out across the map, these are my favorite unit personally. They are super, super cheap. They honestly don't scale very well into the later game because they're so squishy. But in this early game, sometimes you can get really aggressive with them. Notice how he split these Wasps into a couple groups, come up. They see the gun bots here for Stefan. Gonna pull back with that small group. That third resource base going up on both sides. So he does have to walk out with the gun bots or the Wasps can just go to town. And yeah, he will start to go after that a little bit. Putting a bit of damage here and then counterattacking into the back. You see some gun bots are there waiting for it. So it seems like Stefan was aware that this would likely happen. But honestly, they do all right there. I think killing 4 or 5 workers, not too bad for the Wasps, right? Like, the Wasps are super cheap, super disposable, so killing anything with them is pretty reasonable. Of course, sometimes gunbot players can get up to like a critical mass. That's really hard to engage with these Wasps. Now, the Wasps start to come in. A little bit of a surround here. And you can see, right, not getting the great surface area because they are up against the wall. Some very good positioning here by Stefan. The Wasps trying to run by, but the overclock being utilized to kind of chase them down and zone them out. Now, 4 bases coming up on both sides. Really, really heavy with that economy. But the gunbot mass should be getting so large at this point. I'm getting a bit nervous here for David with these Wasps. Now, they go for a counterattack. Looks like the gunbot's maybe not split that well right now. And he actually gets really reasonable damage. Multi-prong harassment everywhere into that main core, as well as the third and the fourth bases all being hit. Erasing the workers, at least in that third, and dealing some damage to the fourth. Now, Starforge is ready. Some Dragonfly is going to come out. These are very, very fast, hit ground and air. But of course, they are going to die to anti-air units very, very quickly. So you have to be careful controlling them. Now, you can see a huge amount of matter building up right now for David. So he's going to have to continually make so many of those. Now, looks like Heavy Hunters coming out. These are a very good anti-air unit from what I can tell. I haven't gotten to use those as of yet. A newer unit for sure. Stingers over here being added in, a very fast unit from that Starforge tech. Definitely is really useful in a lot of decks. Keeps up with those Wasps as well. Now those Heavy Hunters chasing back the Dragonflies. And here we go. Gets on top of these gunbots. Some Shockers mixed in. The Shockers can do a great job here against Wasps. You can't take it from that type of angle. So he backs up for now. The Stingers kind of spread out. You want to make sure that your Stingers are going to be focus firing exactly what it is that you want to kill off. All right, Remass is up. This is a huge, huge army from David Kim. Continue to try to harass a little bit with these Dragonflies, just utilizing their speed advantage. So he does get those over there and is dealing some really reasonable damage at the moment. I like the way that he's spraying those around. Of course, the Heavy Hunters coming down pretty quickly themselves and erasing those as quickly as they can. Now, here comes this attack, but the surface area might not be the best here. You can see those Shockers doing such a good job with the gunbots. The gunbots kind of filling in the areas so nothing can be surrounded. The Shockers dealing that splash damage. And it looks like even more Shockers coming out. I don't know if David Kim's going to be able to do too much here. Now, he does target down the Shockers pretty quickly with those Stingers. Surrounds the gunbots with what's left over. And he's going to jump instead of onto the core where Shockers could pop out to take out this natural expansion. So kills that off. Suddenly, you know, not that much mining going on from Stefan. He still has the bases. The workers are coming back, but he's going to sweep through and try to kill another one. Now, a counterattack is coming up to this natural base. David Kim going to be in a little bit of trouble here. That is a scary army. I don't know if he's able to take that down, even though he's been much more mobile here. That army is going to be a hard one to deal with. So pulling back a little bit. Here we go. The flank coming on. The Shockers, are they going to be too strong here? It could be the case. The gunbots just, I mean, they're hitting critical master. You can see the Wasps having a very hard time from here. He brings in the Dragonflies, and the Dragonflies doing pretty well, but man, one of those heavy hunters left over will be enough, and it doesn't look like David Kim has enough to clear this out. Yeah, a few Wasps coming out, but those will be deleted. GG.